How real and present is the fear of being seen as boring?
Oh, quite.
It's weird, isn't it? Welcome to Moviefone's Unscripted. I'm Colin Farrell. This is Jessica Biel and Kate Beckinsale, and we're here to talk about our new movie, Total Recall. We'll answer some questions that you sent in and some that are unscripted. I'll start. From Anna in Roswell, New Mexico. What's the best and worst part of having your husband as your husband? I mean, your director.
I really like him a lot, and I like
He's a good man.
He's a good egg,
He's
isn't
a
he?
good man.
And then the worst thing, I think, is that I think when you're on a film where your husband isn't the director, then you get to kind of think of the director as this kind of omnipotent, godlike creature who doesn't need to have a bath or get an early night or anything like that. So you feel free to call him up and say, can we talk about the scene for next week?
And now it's uncomfortable having to elbow him and...
Well, you see him having a migraine, and then when you see, Colin's calling. You know what I mean? It's like, then you don't want to be the one bugging him. I think it almost makes you a little bit less likely to pester him with stuff.
Would you rather have the comb-over you had in Horrible Bosses or have 3 breasts like the woman in Total Recall?
That's quite a good one.
It's quite a really good one from Susan, who's obviously very twisted in this part of her hands in Phoenix. See, if I could have had the comb-over, then I could just get plugs. If I had the 3 breasts, I'd have to have a mastectomy, and that'd be...
You could stay home just...
Or I could accept myself.
Yeah. How's
Without
that?
going surgery, I could accept myself.
I like how you see how you're just getting rid of everything.
Yeah, I was like, no, change. A better me.
I was thinking you could kill it in a tube top with a
I'd like the comb over.
Because
I
then
could
it
rock
doesn't
the comb
fall.
over. I could do something with a comb over.
Yeah.
I really could. I could definitely do something with a comb over. Unscripted.
Oh, you just think one up.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Have you got any?
Make it good, make it good.
What was the most fun scene that you did in the whole film? So what one did you think you were good and it was
guarantee I wasn't in it.
That one jump, that one fall that we did, do you remember?
Yes,
and
that was fun.
They yanked us up.
We're in the car
we
park
were up
because
so high
we had to go
in the
outside
air.
the warehouse because the warehouse wasn't high enough.
And it was 50 feet in the air or something, and we were on those crazy wires, and they just dropped us
Onto that mat?
onto a kind of
Not a mat,
really
it was
mat,
the top of an elevator.
Yeah.
With
Terrifying,
about a quarter of an
but
inch of
so fun.
like a
I
quarter of
actually
an
am
inch
starting
of
to
foam.
feel nervous just thinking about what it was like.
Wasn't it?
I was like,
and people had gathered around to have a
panic.
look, not
Everyone
because
was
they thought it was
watching.
fascinating, but because they thought we might die.
Something was going to happen. Like I
No one
was
told me
for
I'd
sure
have
thinking
actually
broken toes, broken knees.
Yeah.
But it was okay.
Colin to Kate from Sarah in Brooklyn, New York. Who is more intimidating, Bryan Cranston as a villain or rabid sci-fi fans?
Rabid Bryan Cranston's not an option, because that would be the most terrifying thing in the whole world. I don't know. I think Brian's quite creepy in his wig. I must say, when we were at Comic-Con, maybe they were keeping the rabid ones in a cage because they were all
all
really
really
nice
cool.
to us.
Yeah,
They were
I mean,
great.
I like them. I love somebody in a t-shirt
In a cage.
with Darth Vader on it, getting passionate.
What is your favorite song on your iPod right now?
Man, I haven't listened to my iPod in a month. That seems terribly uncool to even say that. Is it IZ or Is? I imagine it's Is. The Hawaiian singer who passed away a few years ago, Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That was on the radio this morning. It's so damn pretty. And I imagined myself on Dave Letterman with a ukulele singing it.
On Letterman
I think
singing.
that
I don't
could
know why.
happen. I think that could
I
easily
need to
sounds
get
like
over
a
myself,
nightmare
obviously. It sounds like a disaster.
to
I think
me.
that's what I was getting myself anxious for the day's press
Okay.
today. Heidi in Washington, D.C. What's more fun to film, fight scene or a love scene?
Love scene.
Oh.
Fight scene. Fight scene.
Fighting love scene? Fighting love scene.
I don't know. I think fight scene for sure.
Entirely depends on who you're fighting or
I'll have to be a creep
kissing.
and say love scene.
Well, it depends on what kind of love scene it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if it's
Yeah,
a
if you
if
get
it's a gentle one, if it's just like a that's okay.
There's nothing lovelier than kissing in the
do like
world.
kissing.
Kissing's lovely. I don't even care who
I've
it
had
is really.
2 really rotten ones though. Once I ended
Really?
up with actually wet nostrils.
Oh wow!
Which should
Did
never
you lick
happen.
your nose?
It just the whole.
was
it was like
stunned.
Sweat?
It was like
Was that
no,
condensation coming from
it
his
was
very
this
being?
gaping maw, and the whole thing kind of went on me like the face hugger alien.
Oh my god! It sounds like kissing Bane.
Yes, it was a bit like sort of 2 tongues darted out. It was horrible.
2?
Yes, I'll tell you who it was.
Okay.
What was the oddest thing you did to prepare to play this character?
I went really method and stayed in his apartment, stayed in our apartment, our little love nest one night.
right.
I
Did
stayed
you
in our
sleep
little.
What was it like?
It was
scary?
fun. Again, I felt like
Did you stay up all night?
I stayed up for a good bit of the night.
What did you do?
That's what green tea
What did you do
does to
in
me. I nothing. I brought my iPod back in the days when I used to listen to it. And I played the Blade Runner soundtrack. I put it on loop. And of course the apartment was a small apartment, but it was in this huge big studio, so I had Blade Runner blaring in this huge big studio, so I felt very much like the master of my own orchestra. And I had a couple of books and some incense and a couple of cigarettes. Only a couple of cigarettes.
Was it a working bathroom in there?
Or a bottle, a 7-Up bottle.
It was a bottle.
She wins. Out of the three of you, who has the best Arnold Schwarzenegger impression?
I would say probably
You.
you.
No, you just both set
No,
me up.
because I don't have
I
one
don't.
at all. You do that growling thing.
Oh, the growling thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't really call that. I mean,
I don't know, you
I think
immediately
you
know
can
who it
call
is.
that.
I heard you had quite a good
it
one
sounds
from
like
Twins.
Arnold having a bowel movement. It's nothing to do with
I really love that movie.
anything we can relate to. Which movie?
Twins.
Yeah, that's not. I mean,
Yes, that's
how
excellent.
vague is.
Oh, you
what-
know, everyone
all right.
knows who that is immediately.
See the way I just threw it in. I didn't put
like
the pressure
it.
on.
Oh, we ruined your shirt,
Sounds
Vincent.
like a love child of Arnold's.
Not bad.
and Sylvester's.
It's okay, I'll sleep on the floor.
See?
Oh, that's not bad.
That's all I got.
I sleep on the floor.
Thank you, Colin and Kate.
Thanks,
And-
Jessica. Thanks, Kate.
Thanks. And thanks to Moviefone for having us. Thanks to all of you for watching and sending in your questions. And please see our movie, Total Recall.
There is only one river, there is only one sea, and it flows to you, and it flows to me.